This is Johanna Cadence. We call her Anna for short. Many of you know I've talked about her in previous videos, but this is about her inspirational story. When I say Anna Cadence saved my life, I'm not lying.
So basically I'm doing, basically doing this video because I get a lot of questions on my Ask FM, and I don't feel comfortable answering them one by one, because I feel like I need to explain the whole story. So this is basically just me talking about my suicide attempt, and I'm gonna try not to cry or get sappy or anything, so, and I'm gonna try to do this in one take, because I don't feel like editing. Alright. Okay, I first need to mention that, it was a really big blur. It's still a blur to me, because I'll explain it later, but it's a really big blur, so it's hard for me to kind of remember what happened. Let me just start off by saying that the past couple of months, from October, September, around that time, all the way through the end of last year, 2014, I was struggling. Basically, I came home from the summer, and my parents saw my self-harm cuts, and they knew about it from the past, but they never really did anything about it. And I cried to them, and I told them, I was like, I need professional help, because my ex-boyfriend actually told me, he told me you need professional help, and I was just I didn't really give a shit at the time, but then I was like, yeah, I think I do. So then the next day, my dad got me a psychiatrist, and that was great. I love my psychiatrist, he's great. And I was seeing the counselor at my school for 5 years, ever since I was in year 7. And so I was getting as much help as I could possibly get. And after that, stuff started getting bad at home, mainly because I was on drugs, and that was just ruining my mood. I was abusing the stuff I was prescribed and stuff like that. And so basically it was just fucking up my brain. And then it's 2 o'clock. And I'm diagnosed with neurotic depression, but it's literally what depression is. And and then I popped some pills of DXM, so I was just I want to forget this, and I took the long-lasting ones that were 60 mg. I took 600 milligrams, I don't remember. So I was just fucked for the next couple of days, and I spent my time at home sleeping, with the lights off, and fucking dark, and my dad would just come in, just be like, are you okay? And I was like, no. And he'd be like, I don't know what to do with you. And I was just like, I don't care. And he was just like, I'm sorry. He didn't know what to do. I refused to go to school. He didn't even need to ask me, he knew what was up. I told him what was up. And he was just he was just being really supportive, but in the most distant way ever, because we weren't close at the time. So then Wednesday rolls around, and I wake up in the morning, and it was the first time I was awake, and I call my friend Zach at the time, and I call him, and I'm just starting bawling out, crying, and I didn't know what to do. And then after I hung up, I knew what I was gonna do. I was I'm gonna kill myself. I was I can't do this anymore. Nobody gave a shit about me. I'm sorry. Nobody gave a shit about me. I was spending my time at home with the lights off. My computer's right next to me, and no one called me, and no one messaged me, and just no one gave a shit about me. And then I was well, if I kill myself, then that doesn't, no one would care, no one would even notice, so it wouldn't matter. So I was if I have to do it, I wanted to do it the next Monday, because it was Wednesday. So I called my dad, because I wanted to do it like I had, like, so I called my dad, and basically he's like, I have to tell him that, like, oh, I can go to school Monday, so that means I could, like, you know, buy myself some time to, like, think. But he was like, oh, if you're feeling better, why don't you go to school tomorrow, as in Thursday? And I was like, I couldn't say no to him, so I was like, okay. So to me, when I hung up, I was like, that means I have to kill myself tonight, because I don't want to go to school, and I don't want to disappoint him. So I was like, okay. So then I started writing my letter, wrote it down, and then I wrote it down on paper, and then it's, I don't know how many pages long, but it's pretty fucking long. And, yeah, I did that within the day's time. I started thinking what I would do, and, like, I was so convinced that I would die. Like, I was so convinced that I was going to be dead. Like, it wasn't gonna be an attempt to me. Like, to me, I thought I was gonna die. Sorry. Yeah, so I basically thought I was going to die, and, so I started thinking, like, what do you do before, what do you do when you know that it's gonna be your last moments on earth? So I started watching, like, Rudy Francisco, which is, like, poetry, like, spoken poetry, and that, I can't go back to watching him, because it just brings back a lot of memories. I started just thinking, like, what I would do. Like, I couldn't even, like, face messaging my mom, because I just felt so, like, upset. And then nighttime rolled around on Wednesday night, and my dad, you know, I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, I'm fine, like, I can't wait to go to school tomorrow, because I didn't want to disappoint him. But I knew, like, it would hurt him so much if he didn't get a chance to say goodbye to me if I was gonna die. So I gave him a hug, which was, like, the first hug I gave him in a really long time, because we weren't close at all at the time. And I was just like, I started crying, and I was just like, I'm glad things are getting better. And he was just like, yeah, me too. And I said goodnight to my little brother. I just, like, hugged him, and I was just so, like, he knew, like, he saw me hug my dad, like, he knew something was wrong, like, he knew something was up. You know, it's just funny how, like, a little 7-year-old boy can be so goddamn smart. And then, you know, I have a doorbell at my house, so, like, every time I open the door, it makes a noise, so I was like, I gotta leave around 3, 4 o'clock, so I decided, like, 4 o'clock, I was gonna leave 4 o'clock, so I actually took a nap from, like, 3, I was actually Skyping this guy who was helping me out, and when he Skyped me, I was mad at him, and I wasn't going up to school at the time, and he was like, what are you writing? And I was writing something. I was writing my suicide letter. And I was just mad. I was like, my suicide letter? And he was just like, come on, don't be like that. And I was like, no, fuck you. Like, and I started, like, reading the first paragraph. He was like, why are you doing this? And he thought I was just kidding. And then so, like, anyways, whatever. And then so, then, 4 o'clock rolls around. I put my alarm at, like, 3:50. I just put, like, I'm not wearing any makeup, and I always wear makeup. You know, my hair is a mess. I just put my hair in a bun, and I wear, like, this black jacket, black leggings, and it was fucking cold outside. I got my drawstring bag. I just put my blanket in it. Because everything was planned out. Like, I know what I was gonna do. I took my penny board, and, I took some money, and I basically got everything ready, opened the door, and I ran out because I thought that they were gonna wake up. I pennyboarded as fast as I could to the main road and grabbed a taxi and went to this place in Kiamu. And it was actually this, like, rooftop where I basically lived. Like, it was like my home. Like, I loved that place. Like it was abandoned, so no one would go up there. And I only took, like, maybe 2 people up there ever at the time. And then so I went there, and I knew that I was gonna think for a while whether I was gonna kill myself or not. So I brought food up there, and, like, a big bottle of water, and, like, a lot of DXM. And so I went there and fell asleep, and I pulled out, like, my phone, like, I pulled it apart because I thought they would track me. And I didn't think, like, at the time I was so selfish, like, I didn't think anyone would give a shit, because I actually posted it. I posted my letter online, I posted an Instagram post, I messaged it to some people. Basically, I just wanted to make it as public as I could, just so that I would be sure that I would have to die. That, like, I would have to make it, like, permanent, you know?
Little did you know that was a cry for help.
I'm sleeping, and I think it was around 10 a.m. I have no clue what time it was. I'm sleeping, and I just wake up to this banging at the window. And I look up, and I, like, literally thought I saw an angel. Like, I thought I saw an angel because, like, it was my friend Spring, and we weren't that close at the time. And I had no idea how she came there, because it's completely abandoned. Like, nobody knows how to go up there. Like, you gotta, like, climb through and slide along this and that to get up there. And the first thing I asked her, I'm like, how did you get up here? I'm like shaking, I'm crying. And she just looks at me and she's like, well, some people are stupid, some people aren't. I was just the best response. And like, the only book I brought with me was Catcher in the Rye. And I wanted to use that to like document how I was feeling and just use like write on it, like, because I didn't know how long I was gonna be up there. And then so the first thing I wrote in it was, why is Spring here? Like, that's what I asked. And she was just being so supportive, like incredibly supportive. Like, it wasn't like, I'm gonna drag you out of this place. What are you doing? Are you stupid? She was just being like, whatever you do, it's your choice. I can't stop you. But she was just being like, I'm here for you. Like, and then I told her, I was like, I'm not just gonna walk out of here with you. Like, you're gonna be here for a while. And she's like, I don't care. Like, she's just like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. She's like, I have plans for today, but I don't care. Like, you're more important. And, that was just, like, really sweet of her. And then I took DXM. I think it was, like, 800 mg. I'm not sure. But it was the most I've ever taken. And, but then Spring got really sick. And I didn't know what to do. Like, she's puking. I'm, like, giving her water. I'm, like, washing her hands. I'm, like, taking care of her. And I think it was, like, a tactic for me to, like, call someone because I knew I couldn't, like, I didn't want her to, because she was really sick. Like, she was puking. It just felt so bad. Like, I didn't know what to do because normally I would have just, like, gone out and just got her help. But, like, I'm, like, kind of stuck. So it was kind of, like, her tactic to, like, for me, she's like, I need to call, like, Tina, her sister, and I was like, okay, so we try to work her phone and stuff like that, and I don't really remember a lot of it. Like I said, everything was blurry from that week, and then, DXM's hitting me, and I'm, like, completely gross. Like, I have no makeup on and stuff, and suddenly, like, Matt's up there, and I don't remember how he got up there, and I don't really remember seeing him. I'm not sure what time comes around, but, like, suddenly, like, my dad's next to me, and I don't understand because, I'm a complete retard. Like, I don't understand. And I'm, like, so confused because I'm just so slow. And then apparently he, like, carried me out of the studio. And then he puts me in his car, and I see my friend at the time, Lisa's dad, Colin, and he straps me in. I don't remember seeing the girls at all. But actually, it just, like, amazed me because he found me because everyone was like, find the welcome, find the welcome. And the police went to the welcome. They're like, I don't know where Johanna is. Like, where is she? I don't know. But Colin was the one who found my penny board outside because I left it downstairs. And that's how he knew I was, like, around. So that, like, when my dad told me that in the hospital, I started crying. But anyways, they took me to the hospital. My mom was driving. My stepmom was driving. And we went to the hospital, and this bit is, like, completely blurry to me. I just remember, like, lots of lights and, like, nurses coming around me and then, like, them putting stuff in my hands and my arms and tubes and shit, just, like, that stuff. And my dad's, like, putting his arm over and I'm, like, holding it. And, like, I didn't know who it was, but because he has hairy arms, I knew it was my dad. And he's just telling me, and I just look at him and I start crying, like, I'm so sorry, like, I thought he was gonna be mad, and he said to me, he's like, no, this is the second best day of my life, because his first best day was when me and my sister moved to him, and that he said that was his best day of his life, and he said, this is my second best day when I found out that you were alive, and I started, like, bawling out crying. Because, I'm on DXM, it's, like, a really weird cry, it's, like, like, I don't know, but, I basically start crying, and he's just, like, he's like 1212 was when your sister messaged me and was like, "Yo, Hannah is alive. We found her." And I couldn't believe it that my sister, well, my brother at the time, my brother like found me. Like we used to hate each other. Like we hated each other so much. Like so incredibly. Like we hated each other. Like I punched him once. Like we had like the worst like relationship ever. But then I like found out on Facebook like he was the one who was trying to find me, and he was like, "Give me this number." Like he was just like my dad called it like a spy, like trying to find me. And I started crying when I heard that. And my dad was just like 1212 was like the time when we found you. So now like ever since 12 has been like my lucky number. Like I have 12 dots on each finger, and it's just my lucky number. And then so I stayed in the hospital overnight, Thursday night. So Friday morning my dad came back in like the morning, and it was the worst night in the hospital. Like it was fucking cold, and I couldn't pee because I was on DXM, and I had my own private room, and like the doors were locked. Like I wasn't allowed to open the doors. Only the nurses could open the doors. So if I wanted to go out, I would have to like bang on the doors and like look up at the camera for like a good 5 minutes until they could open it and let me go out to pee, and I couldn't even be able to pee. And then I'm still like I see different psychiatrists, like around 3 different psychiatrists within like the day, and I keep telling them like I can't understand what you're saying because I'm high. Like I was just so like everything was shifting. I was getting gravity shifts. I was just so like fucked up, right? But I could still like understand stuff. And noon that day I went to see my normal psychiatrist, and just things were getting back to normal. And then okay, so that's basically my suicide story. But like when I came home, I got 103 messages, even from people I didn't know. I got 25 friend requests, and just so many people posted on my wall like praying for you, Hannah. Like it actually showed me that like some people actually give a shit. Pretty much. And I just got support from a lot of people, and ever since that time I've never had like one bad day, and that was like a good month and something ago. Like I've not had one bad day. Every day has been so great for me. Me and my dad go jogging a lot together. Me and him are like so close. I hang out with my family. I've made really good friends, and I've basically never been happier than I've ever been in such a long time. So it just like shows that like, you know, sometimes you gotta fall to get back up, if that makes sense.
Our beautiful princess hasn't always had the greatest life, but she's made her best. What makes her inspiring is the fact that, you know, she was homeless at one time and hungry, and she stated that in one of her videos. You know, and when you're somebody that has a hard life, it's not always easy. You know, battling depression is not an easy thing. Battling depression, battling an eating disorder, it's not easy. I mean, especially when you're somebody who wanted to take their own life and felt that there was nothing else for them. She's taken all of the stuff that she's learned from, and she's put it into a positive. And that's so amazing to do that. And you could ask a lot of her sunflowers, and they will tell you how, one way or another, she's impacted their lives. She's impacted my life. And that's why I've done several videos on her, including how she saved my life. And because I wanted to help her, but in turn she helped me instead. And she gave me the confidence that I needed. I had created this YouTube channel back in 2015, and I was just posting weather videos on it. I wasn't really paying much attention to it like I wanted to, because I did not feel comfortable with speaking, because I figured nobody would listen. Because at that time, it was very taboo to talk about mental illness or depression. It really was. And other than, Amanda Todd, hearing her story and seeing a few others, they have somebody physically come out and speak and say, I wanted to end my life and this is the reason why. It touched me. I mean, even to this day, watching this video, it touched me. And to go from wanting to take your life to now having a successful YouTube channel, having many followers on Instagram, and having a store, which, is a big ambition. I mean, doing the things that she loves to do in her own special little Anna Banana way. And the fact that she's such a beautiful human being and she's inspiring. Giving constant positive words. And it's like, she'll be, she could be friends with just about anybody. I mean, and that's the thing, is somebody that's been through so much, can be so kind and so wonderful and so warm, is something we need more of. And what made me really kind of follow her back then too was I agreed with a lot of the stuff she says. And it's nice to know that there's somebody like-minded. Like, wow, I'm not the only one that feels that way. And I think what makes her story inspiring is, if you think about it, in 4 or 5 years, that's a relatively short time. She's gone from barely having anything to, again, rising up, pulling herself up by her big girl boots, putting her big girl pants on, and saying, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to give up, is amazing. The fact that she's a cultured child, I mean, she's lived in Taiwan, Finland, and now lives in Australia. Me personally, like, I haven't left the country. I've lived in different states, but I've never left the country. For her, that's even more of a learning experience that she's able to value with us. And she never stops learning either. Like, and the fact that she's willing to learn. And if you don't agree with her, she's somebody that, okay, I'm going to sit, I'm going to listen. Maybe you might change my mind. She's not stuck in, no, I'm right, you're wrong. She's not stuck like that. And that makes her an amazing person. Her videos. If you watch the evolution of her videos, this was somebody that had very low self-esteem and was unsure of themselves. Now she's 100% positive. She's got more confidence to her. And the fact that she is still willing to help others. And yeah, she's been screwed over quite a bit. She's even stated that she's been screwed over quite a bit. But she's still willing to help. Is she a lot more cautious now? Yeah, I don't think she's as naive as she used to be. That happens to the best of us. Trust me when I tell you. I've been used. I've been taken advantage of. Lied to. Had false stuff stated about me. So with that, I could truly relate to Anna with that. And I think, Anna is one of these people that, she wears her heart on her sleeve. How she feels, she tells you how she feels, basically. And that's something that's rare. She's an honest human being. I mean, you ask her opinion, she will tell you her opinion. She doesn't candy coat it. She doesn't tell you what you want to hear. And that's totally awesome. You know, and like I stated in my Anna Cadence Save My Life video, is she's willing to go a long way to help you. And she helps you when you least suspect it. It's like she's got radar. And once you become a part of the Sunflower family, she's got like this radar. She knows when something's not going well. And I've had, out of the blue, her message me, "Hey, Tiger, I love you. I hope you're doing okay. And if you're not, just a little reminder, I love you." Stuff like that empowers me. It means a whole hell of a lot. And it's amazing. Because I know there's probably some days, you know, like she's got her days where she doesn't want to get out of bed, but she still does. And again, she puts her big girl panties on. She puts her big girl, whatever she's gonna wear, whether she stays barefoot or not, and she faces what she has to, and that's inspiring. And she doesn't let people stand in her way of that. That's amazing. Like the fact that she's 21 and has her own store. The fact that before she was 21, she already knew what she wanted to do. That's amazing. Because there are some people that I know that are in their 30s that don't know what the hell they want to do and have zero direction. She, on the other hand, already knew what she wanted to do, and she's very good at it. You know, the fact that she is talented. And I remember, I want to say, in 2016, I was talking to another sunflower, Leslie, who goes by her Instagram account is La Sunflower. Me and her were talking about, it'd be cool if Anna made merch. And we started designing merchandise. You know, this joking around and stuff like that. I had this app I found, and I just started creating, like, Anna shirts. So these were some of the shirts we designed for Anna. And we came up with this concept when she had Depop. And we thought it would be cool, you know, like to have stuff with her name. These were made with edits we actually made for her. I threw a couple of Leslie's in here. But, yeah, I decided to, I found this app and I decided to do this. You know, because I thought it would be a good idea for her to have merch, you know, and it was kind of awesome because, you know, and it seemed like she listened. And eventually she would wind up with, you know, Universal.Hobo store, making her own merch. And it's awesome because what's inspiring is she makes her own stuff, and it's amazing. And she's so talented, and you know, but this was just a concept using edits we had made for her, and like I said, it seemed like she listened. I mean, and like I said, we were talking about merch, you know. And I mean, the fact that she was able to create her own store is amazing. I mean, I would have never thought about that. And like I said, these are just concepts we came up with. You know, I actually kind of like some of these. Actually, it'd be kind of cool. We could have did this. And yeah, I mean, so through hard work, you know, she's created her own store. And if that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. I mean, the fact that she didn't give up, and, you know, and you can learn from a lot from that. I mean, a lot of people have asked me, well, how is she inspiring? And I've had friends ask me that. I'm like, this was a girl that once upon a time wanted to take her own life and thought she had nothing to offer and nothing to give, and instead took all that effort and energy, turned it around, and has made something of herself. And she inspires everybody else to be better. And I think that is amazing. That she proves that no matter what you go through, you can do anything you put your mind to. And that's what makes her so inspiring. That's what makes it so amazing. You know, and Anna, if you see this, don't stop what you're doing. Between her beautiful videos on mental illness and teaching people how she dealt with it is another thing. And she inspired me to create my channel. Because she even put it out there. I wish more sunflowers would create YouTube channels. I could support them and we could tag each other and stuff. And, you know, just that positivity. And the fact that she supported my channel, along with a bunch of beautiful sunflowers have supported my channel. And because of her, I have gotten to know a lot of beautiful people. And I do mean a lot of beautiful people. And, you know, like I've mentioned, like, you know, Leslie. Like, she's a beautiful human being. And it's just like Emily, Ocean, Annie, Kate, who is always supported my Instagram page. And has actually come out and actually defended me a couple times. There's Becky, Stephanie, you know, just other beautiful sunflowers. She inspired me to want to help people. And that's another thing. Is because, like, I wasn't sure of myself. Like I talked about, like, I didn't want stuff like what happened with Amanda Todd to happen again. And I didn't want, you know, I wanted to deal with mental illness and bullying issues. I wanted to talk about issues I felt more important and needed to be out there to tell my story. And it's nice because now I've met a bunch of people that support me and tell me that I'm doing the right thing. When some days I contemplate if I even am. And Rita, if you see this, I love you. She's a dear friend of mine. She's actually a sunflower. Quote Diary Hobo is her Instagram name. She's like one of my best friends on Instagram, and like, it's nice the support I get from her, even. And she's such a sweet sunflower too. And I've met a lot of sweet sunflowers, and we could all sit here and talk about how she saves our life, and how inspiring she is. And that, Anna, you are doing the right thing. And that you've touched so many lives. And I know there's some times where I'm sure you probably question, am I doing the right thing? And the question to that is a resounding yes. And what makes your story so inspiring is, again, that when you were younger, you were homeless. You didn't have a lot of food. You came from nothing. You battled depression and an eating disorder and anxiety. And here we are, 2019, and I'm making another video on you, talking about how you've inspired so many people to be better and how you've inspired me to be better. And you're younger than I am. And you've inspired me to be a better human being. To kill people with kindness. And you know, and there's times where, yes, I've, as silly as it sounds, have sat there and sometimes questioned, I wonder what Anna would do in this case. What would Anna Cadence do? And I don't think that's such a bad thing. You know, it's awesome. And not, you know, like I said again, you know, how do you think somebody that's inspired you and saved your life and been there and been a real friend when you were down and agrees with you that yes, we do need to talk more about mental illness instead of it being swept underneath the rug. And she's helped me be creative. And if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be making YouTube videos, quite honestly. And I have to thank her for that. And I also have to thank the Sunflowers who support me and watch my videos and give me positive feedback. And I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Because like I said, like, you know, I love hearing from the Sunflower family. I really do. And she's inspired me on a daily basis to want to help people even more. And Anna, you are totally inspiring. And the fact that you should be honestly proud because of everything you've been through and everything you have conquered to get to where you are now. That's not an easy feat. Because there's some people that haven't done that. And you've let nothing stand in your way of doing that. And you should be absolutely proud. I love you. And don't ever forget that. And please don't ever stop inspiring people because you are so wonderful at it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I think I can speak for all the Sunflower. We mean that from the bottom of our hearts. We love you. And with that, I'm going to end this video. If you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, share. And until next video, guys, stay strong. Stay lucid. Remember, love is loud. Give Anna a lot of love because she deserves it, and she's a queen, and she's a princess, and she's Queen Sunflower. And until next video, guys, I will see you guys soon. I love you. Mwah. And stay strong.